never mind. Susan, I am stream marker. Oh my God, y'all. Mom's on the Twitch. Mom's on the Twitch. Here we go. Now we're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about 3 days at the fair. So if you're training with me for 3 days at the fair, I've been stepping back for a bit. Yay! A highlight. I can't do that. Can I add a highlight? Why you? I'm so. I figure out, mention Susan, and now you're like asking me to do something more complicated. Why can't you just be proud of what I know how to do, Susan? Yeah. Well, that's a fun thing. Here, we don't do speed work in the off season. It's not how it works. It never was. That's why you guys think you're crazy when all you talk about speed work. That's not when you do speed work, and that's not why you do speed work. The notion of what speed work is for is it's incorrect, and most of us don't need it. We really don't. You will get faster by doing what I tell you to do. But if you really, really, really want to go run faster on the track, that's great. It's gonna make you tired. It's gonna hurt. And if that's what you want to do is get tired and hurt, great. Go with God. I can punch you in the face when you're done. That'll make you hurt. But why would you want that? I don't know. I guess the same reason you want some track intervals. But am I winning at Twitch? Yay me! I'm my God. Yeah, so doping for the next race, or you could just do some strength. We could all just do some strength. It's crazy. Speaking of strength, it's not speed work. Mm-mm. Isn't that funny? And again, I say that lovingly. Speed work, speed development. No. It's just harder than easy effort running. It's not specific speed development. And if you were to show this to like a super coachy coach, like a proper coach, like a coach that thinks they know what they're doing, they just look at it and be like, this is a mess. And he wouldn't be wrong. They just look at the world a little bit differently than I do, and they don't understand my clients. So no, I'm not going to put you in a position to do true speed work in my sense of speed work until you're truly ready for it and you're in a position where you're not going to get hurt. Because it will make you hurt before it makes you faster. It's super risky. It's a risk that we take, and the reason we don't do speed work in the off season is precisely that. If you get hurt, what's it for? True speed work, even for a very strong person, comes with a very, 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 very high probability of injury. It's why Jordan Hasay had to pull out a few weeks before Chicago. Weeks. She was entering her speed phase, sharpening up for the race. It's why, what was her name who pulled out in New York? There were three runners pulled out in New York. Amy Cragg dropped down to the 5K. That's why. She could get through that and keep with her injury. It's why Shalane nearly dropped out in New York, that knee injury. And the knee injury came 4 weeks before the race. Why? That's when you do speed work, the sharpening work, the really trying to break through. So all that just to say, no, Death Bath is not even close to speed work. It's just really hard. It's terrible. It'll make you strong, but it's not speed work or speed development. That's not what it's there for. Yay! Now, for real though, workout. I'm probably going to get this wrong too. Bear with me. Okay. This series that we're about to do is called God Hates Julie. And let me see. Okay, and this is where I start to fall apart. Hey, Martini Monsters, welcome back. I missed you. It's been a rough couple weeks. Yay! No, I'm going to do something new, Martini Monsters. The people that I'm expecting to do this next routine, it's a step up from the last one. But the people I'm expecting to do this routine, they're the crazy people I was telling you about. They're getting ready to do that race, that 50-mile race on a 1-mile paved loop. And your boyfriend was like, I'm like, I know. They're worse than speed cyclists like he used to be. So here's what we're going to do. For everyone doing 3 days at the fair, everyone that I'm coaching for the 50-miler, you know who you are. I need you to perform this routine in its totality, because I've already been talking longer than I need to, and I'm going to have to go upstairs to my kids in a few minutes. I will do this with you tomorrow. For now, I'm going to show you the moves, and I'm going to ask that you do it and either post it to Twitch, I don't really care, or put it in the private Coach Loves Strength group. That's fine too. All I need is a video showing me that you get it and you can do it. Because here's the rub. God hates Julie. She's going to have to actually do this because she's already far ahead of where you're at. You guys are coming back to me after a little time off, and I just need to gauge where you're at. If you can make it through this whole routine, we're just going to put you on Julie's page and push forward. If you're not on Julie's page, that's fine. We're going to back up a little bit, hammer down the basics. I'm going to continue to beat up Julie with both of my fists and be like a little, just have you under my elbows. All right? Yay! Gotta love choosing parking lots, whatever this concept. Yeah, let this chase you in your dreams, Julie. Woo! All right, so here is what we're going to do. I can't find. Nope. All right. That's about right. Okay. We're going real super duper classy with this one because I can't find my hand weights. I weighed these earlier. They're both about 5 pounds. So, number one, I want you near a chair while you do this. I do not want you leaning against a wall. I do not want you sitting, but you're going to start from a seated position. You're going to pull that big toe up off the ground, press the pinky toe in. No sickling of the feet, right? I don't know if you can see this in the screen, but if that ball of your foot comes off the ground, you're doing it wrong. You drive the ball of your foot into the ground and you balance with that pinky toe. You're going to rise just a little bit off that seat with that band around your ankles. Can you see my ankles? I don't think you can. Try this again. It's getting real, you guys. It's getting real. I need my glasses. Here we go. All right. Booty just a little bit over that chair. Start with your hands on your hips. Big toe up. Baby monsters. And this is not a big move. I know this also isn't new. Baby monsters on your left foot for 1 minute. Shifting, make sure that booty's locked and you're not over relying on your quad here. Baby monster to the left. When you've been doing that, if you can get all the way through without stopping, here's the next level. Take your heels off the ground. Stay in that huddle position. 1 minute to the left. Keeping that heel off the ground. 1 minute to the right. If that's too easy, I want you to go get 3-pound weights, no more than 5. You're going to do rows with each step. Make sure when you're doing those rows that you feel your lats engage, and you should feel all of this engage all the way down to your obliques. Yay! So that's what that looks like. So it's hella squatting. Hella squatting. Julie, I just want you to practice this because you're going to have to start these pretty much this weekend. I don't think I put in your training peaks because I didn't want to scare you. You've been doing so well and you've been so patient. Plus Thanksgiving's coming up. And if you decided, hey, fuck all of this, I would rather die in the wilderness than go home. You have a way to die in the wilderness. Yay, you! So, it's easy. Yeah, everything looks easy till you try it for a minute. So, right, poor Julie. God bless Julie. All of y'all are welcome to try it. It's one of the reasons I'm not that worried about you about getting their hands on one of my plans. You will never execute it if you aren't part of the training program that is suffering together. Yay! So, you can use two turkeys in lieu of frying pans. You could, but my fear is Those things are really dense, and I've got small children under my feet most of the time, and some of these women do too. So you could use a toddler, but I'd rather you didn't. Oh my God. I could use baby Violet, but I don't think she would appreciate it very much. So yeah, it is terrible. It's so terrible. What do I use the heaviest frame? Like, yeah, I'm really using them. I love that, Susan. You're like, oh my God, you're really using them. Yes, and that's how. Rowing. Rowing is always good, and there are 2 reasons why the row is so positive, and then if y'all have any more questions, feel free to toss them in the chat. But the reason that the rowing is so important, especially for my ultra runners, and by the way, in case you've ever wondered, the strength that is added to the runs in any plan is intentional. It's not haphazard at all. If you ask me, like, why is this here and how does this work, I'm happy to tell you. But I promise, there's a reason. Never assume that, like, I just didn't get, yes, I get really creative now that I have this medium. It was hard, right? Previously, I had to, like, what can I show you in a picture and with words to get a concept and a movement across. Now I can just show you, and I can make you do really crazy shit, and we're going to do that in November and December. Yay! But the thing that I'm concerned about most of all for my ultra runners, less so for anyone running less of a distance, but when you're running an ultra, those tend to start at 50K. So think about how long it would take you to run a marathon. Double that, add 2 hours, and that's your 50-mile time. For most people, that's somewhere between 6 and 12 hours. That's a long time. And if your spine is used to sitting like this, leaning back like this, or even like sitting up straight with really good posture for most people, looks something like that with a C in their spine. Now imagine going from this being your position most of the time to this being your position most of the time for at least 12 hours. That's where the breakdowns happen. So all of these moves, as crazy as they seem, the reason I'm having y'all do this for me, if you're watching Melissa, Susan, Julie, and Kate, the biggest thing I'm looking for in this is, number 1, glute integrity. Are they recruiting? It is very, very easy to get through that entire movement that I showed you if you stop and shake your legs out and only use your quads. If you can do all of that without stopping to shake your legs out, eventually your glutes will recruit because your quads will fatigue to bits. So that's how I rep you to fail without picking up a heavy weight. I need to see how quickly your quads fail, for one. Because if your glutes aren't recruiting and your quads are hypercompensating, I need your quads to fail. Number 2, I need to check for your ankle integrity. We need a hell lot of ankle strength, like a whole lot of ankle strength. Even though you're going to be running on flat ground, and we're not dealing with the crazy undulating terrain. Ankles are the failure point for most runners who want to get faster. And that's another reason I laugh at speed work. People are like, I really want to do some speed. I'm like, what you need to do is get into a bar class, yo. God. Because that ankle strength, I mean, I can give you links to it. We've got the scientific research that shows it. You're better off doing jump rope. No joke. Jump rope and bar class if you want to get faster. Because that, down in here, the first 2 moves of the foam rolling routine are the most important thing you can do, the most important muscle you can work on if you want to get faster. It's this one right here. The one that controls all the tendons and ligaments that make your toes move. No joke. You got science to back it up. But if you want to do speed work, yay, go for it. I'm making my people do ankles. If with the work we do now to get your ankles really good and working, lessens the chances of them fatiguing later on. Also, if we're setting out for a run and you find that the middle toes, because this is also common with my ultra runners, if you find that your middle toes get a little numb, not cold necessarily, I can deal with cold. Cold's not as big a deal as people like to make it out to be. That's nutritional, by the way. No, you don't have Raynaud's. Yeah, I'm serious. If you feel some of that numbness going on in your toes, that's a sign that we need to work on your ankles some more too. So if that happens, tell me, let me know, or it could be a sign we need to change shoes. because there's something going on that's impacting your ankle's ability to totally flex. So that is the what, that is the why. We'll get into the how. Show me what you got. If you can get to the point where you're doing this with a weight or a frying pan because you want to be cool like me, yay, go for it. I just need to see what I'm working with when it comes to your ankles and how far back we need to jump before we start pressing forward in a really big way. Can I skip speed if I take bar? No. Sorry. You signed up for this, Suze. There we go. So, that is pretty much all I had to say. And that's all I had to say about that anyway. And now I need to eat. I need to eat, period, and then I need to go upstairs. But show me your strength. Hashtag show me your strength. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and I really, really hope to see you in my monthly